Hi, it's Brenda. Welcome to my channel, the Empress and the Sun Tarot. We're just gonna raise that up a little bit. Our girl never likes her head cut off. So we are hoping everyone is having a great day. We turned on subscriber mode. Dave's having a meeting, so we're just doing that to help cut down on any spam or anything. So we ask that when you join, just say hey, let us know you're here. We ask that you please, if you resonate, please subscribe to the channel and like the video and share if you're called to do so. So we are going to take a deep breath. We hope everyone is doing well. We are going to do a little bit of a general read to get started, and then we will get into some questions. So this is just some general guidance for today, or whenever you hear this. These messages are timeless. It just is, whenever it finds you, be open to the message that it is, because we tend to upload these as a little video as well, the general messages. So, with all that being said, so you said we're just going to take a second, and we have now. We now have memberships available on the channel. We have several different tiers. We have a twin flame tier, a monthly zodiac tier, a weekly live tier where you get a guaranteed reading once a month, as long as you're on the lives. And we have a soul expansion class, which is each of the tiers, you get the tier before it. So depending on which tier you choose, or what messages you're interested in. So we are now going to get into the general message of the day. So he's like, okay, we're ready. So okay, we are getting into the general message of the day. Okay. The first card we get is the card of chopped wood, which is, about just doing that day-to-day work stuff. Are you not only cleaning your physical house, are you also cleaning your spiritual house? Are you, meditating? Are you resting as needed? Because then we get the card of nap time, and we get the card of a leg up, which for me is, sometimes you need a little help, and sometimes you know where that help is coming from, source. And then we get the card of between worlds. So I'm not sure what's going on, so we're gonna see. Okay, so he says, as you're doing the day-to-day work, sometimes in that part of step one, we listen to Abraham all the time. Step one, ask. Step two, not your job. Source, God, takes care of step two. That's when you get to take a nap. Like step one, you ask. Step two, you don't do step two. Step three, are you open to receive? With that a leg up, sometimes, sometimes source works mysteriously in your favor, and sometimes just things work out, Is that happening for you? Have you been putting in the work? Have you been doing the daily meditation? Have you seen a gift been given to you? Honestly, we did. We got monetized. So that was definitely a gift given to us for the work we've been putting in on a daily basis for the last year. We've been working on the channel. So right at a year, we got monetized. So we are definitely thankful and grateful for everyone that's watched our videos, that's listened to the message, had a question, taking some time to support the channel. We appreciate everyone that's done that. So, what gift is being given to you right now that sometimes we don't even always realize that that's the gift we're being given. And if it hasn't shown up yet, just know it's getting ready to. It's like if it hasn't come, it's about to. We tend to be a couple of weeks early on the energy stuff. So Possibly in the next 2 weeks, you could be seeing a huge gift coming into your life. Are you ready for that? Are you ready for a brand new gift being given to you? She said we're going to cut them and get going. So the current energy, got them upside down, is the 10 of Wands. Are you ready to put the burden down? Like she's carrying the wand. I'm still shining the light. I'm still also carrying this burden. That burden is duty. Are you ready to let it go? That burden can also be, where you haven't forgiven yourself. Because the card that's crossing that is the 8 of Swords, which is that negative self-talk, that talk that you do. Like we were telling Dave, like, we live in a world of duality. So, you have light, dark. You also have on this little shoulder over here, you have your ego. On this little shoulder over here, you have your higher self. You get to choose, where are you getting the messages from? If you're listening to, for one, you can say, does this feel good? And if it doesn't feel good, then it's probably coming from the ego. Because the ego likes to keep us in fear and in those same continuous patterns. The ego's not trying to let love in. But the foundation is that's what you are trying to do. You are trying to open your heart and be free. And the 6 of Wands is about victory. Are you ready? And like she's like feeling really free. Are you ready to feel free from these thoughts that are not serving you? Not serving you, not one bit. The recent past is the 9 of Cups. Did you think, okay, well, maybe I'm just meant to be happy on my own? Because that's personal wish fulfillment. And like she's got her cup, she's found her worth, but she's like, maybe just love's not for me at this time. Maybe this isn't for me. You know what? I was really happy with what's going on in my life, but you know what? Things were a little slow for me. I was getting monetized. I was literally about to go take a job doing therapy. And so he's like, just wait. Just wait. So we waited. And now that happened. So our personal wish fulfillment has gone from, okay, I'm happy at where I am. I'm happy in my life, but now I want to share that with the people in my life. So the King of Wands, I want to share it with him, the person that, inspires me. Dave definitely inspires me. Who's inspiring you? Who is your King of Wands? Who is, who's in your headspace? Who are you thinking about? I don't know. For some reason, she's like, he looks like Adam Levine. I don't know. The oddest things. The immediate future card is the Magician. You have done this. Like, look, he's given her the gift. You have done the work. Rest and allow Source to bring the gift to you that you have manifested. It's like, here's the tool. Here's the thing that's going to bring you to this 10 of Pentacles, because that is the card of the current environment. You are working towards this 10 of Pentacles. So we have the 8, 9, 10. We have forward movement with that. How other people see you. The Tower. Are you changed? Are you different? What's going on with you? You seem so much more confident, because we see a lot of yellow here, which is solar plexus, and we just had that eclipse. So are you feeling more confident? Because, as you step into that confidence, that just pushes like tips that, I hear like tips that, tips it over, tips it over the edge. The, hopes and fears is the forward movement. Do you feel like you're on this journey alone? Because you're not. There's many people for support out there to help you. Anytime you need it. Sometimes, we feel like we're on this journey. We're all alone. You're never alone. If you feel like you're alone, we do have a Facebook group. You can interact with us there at any time. We're pretty regularly on being live now. So the soul family is out there. You can always reach out for it. And then we now have the third 10 of the reading, the 10 of Swords, which is the outcome, which is letting go of those thoughts that are not serving you, gaining the power finally over them, taking a nap, say, you know what, ego, take a break. I want to go sit with my higher self for a little bit. I want to see what the possibilities are. I want to, dream my biggest dream of what I want. The underlying energy we get is the Judgment card. Where's your judgment? of yourself mostly, because we judge ourselves and then we reflect that in our experience to other people. So we get to see that. So it's really a reflection. So you can look at, where is your judgment? Where do you need to release judgment? Because she's calling you. Now is the time. Trust me, it's better to release it now. And then there's the sun. Because then you can focus on what does make you happy. The next card is the Seven of Swords, which is, walking away from the things that don't serve you. And the Nine of Wands, which is, she's standing there, she's bearing that light. And that's what we have to do on this journey. You have to be the light bearer. As you learn something, teach someone else. The underlying energy is the Five of Swords. And sometimes with that, we just have to feel that, fives are about change. And have you been looking at somebody in a certain way? Do you need to look at them differently? Have you looked at them? This person is bad. They've done all this bad to me. As you're focusing on this person has done bad to me, they can just keep doing bad. If you change your perspective on this and have a whole different, like, thank you for the blessing that this was. Because you know what? If nothing else, it helped you see what your self-worth is. Where is your value? You know, and sometimes when things don't work out, we aren't confident about that. But the card is be confident. Sometimes things don't work out for our highest and greatest good. So we get the card of be confident, which is smile, shine your light. There's only one you. And we get the card of sun activation, spend some time in the sunlight. And the underlying energy is sound healing, which is singing bowls, drums, and chimes. Sometimes Dave does some drumming for me, which really helps me get grounded. It also helps release a lot of stuck energy. So I know he's posted a video on that. So everybody check out Dave's channel or any other sound healing channel that you could get some benefit from, because we know it's done a ton for us. But as you let go of the judgment, it's going to bring this journey, to the end. Like that, nines are the conclusion. 10 is back to the one, the beginning of it, starting over again. The 10 we're missing here is the 10 of cups, and we were to the 9 of cups. It's at that tipping point. Are you ready to let source bring it in the rest of the way for you to now share your personal fulfillment with your family, with your friends, the gifts you've learned? As we're doing this and we get a new tip from Celia or a new any new guidance, you know what we do? We tell Dave, we're like, hey, so he says, try this, let's do this, let's see how this works. Or what do you think of this? Make sure what you're learning, you're sharing with others. I guess is where that's going. So we'd like to thank Dave for moderating when he can. I know he's working, so we are actually just in subscriber mode to make it easier. So Mildred, how are you doing today? I hear we're getting ready to go into Scorpio season. So Mildred, what's your question? What would you like? Just a general reading, or do you have a specific question? We feel like you're new energy. So he's like, are you new energy? We feel like you could be some new energy. Now my chat's not working. So Mildred, we are gonna. You've been doing some healing work. Are you a healer? Do you do what kind of stuff do you do? So he's always curious when we get new people. So we're just like, new energy. You can feel it. Oh, a general health. Did I miss that? I saw general reading, and then I'm doing fine, and then okay. So thank you, Dave, for clarifying. Oh, so you're on your journey. So we are going to get well, you get the cards of time to go, which makes me just feel like this is part of your journey. And then you get the card of round and round. And sometimes, are you having something going on in your body? You get the card of peace. So I immediately heard like that. Let peace be with you. And sometimes we feel like it's a what symptoms do you got going on, Mildred? What do you got go? A throat chakra activation, apparently. Oh, I have interference. Oh no. Let me see if I can change the mode. How about that? Is that any better? Dave and I are a little close, but normally that doesn't. We have a new microphone. Okay, I just changed the mode. It's got different modes, so we just pushed a button. So it's a miracle. We figured it out. Where have you, apparently that's why we were asked. So he's like, where? Because whatever it is, don't worry about it, because you get the 6 of Wands, which is, hi Corinne, the card of victory, and you get the card of peace. But Mildred, have you ever looked at the thing of a reflexology chart on your feet? Like Dave will rub my feet and he's like, oh, it feels like you have a little something here and like stuck energy. Like, so where on your feet? Also, I do physical therapy, so that always tends to. I'm like, where on your foot? Because if it's the like the whole bottom of your foot, it could be your calf muscles tight. Your gastroc and your soleus could be tight, and that could be pulling on your heel in a funny way. But a lot of times, if it's the bottom of your foot, you can do look at a foot reflexology chart. David, I have one on my phone. I'm always pulling it up. I have another like pamphlet of one. So, but I feel like it's just kind of giving you like a heads up about something. Are you holding yourself back from doing something that you want to do? Like when I asked specifically about your right heel, we got the 8 of Swords, which is conflicted feelings. And then the Knight of Wands can be kind of like going somewhere, in and out energy. For one, try stretching your calf muscle. Put a towel around your foot and pull it towards you. And try a stretch and see if it's just muscular. But a lot of times, like, you can look on the reflexology chart. Yeah, that's why I was asking specifically, because like if it's right there at your heel, you get like, is your calf muscle tight? Do you wear heels frequently? You said it's not normal though. So Yeah, because I do physical therapy, so that's kind of how I know I started in Reiki and all that. But I feel like psychically, like, are you are you afraid to go somewhere? Do you need to go somewhere? Or are you trying to talk yourself out of doing something? Um, are you opening up your spiritual gifts? Because I feel like right there on that part of the body is like, I almost want to say like root chakra. Um, I want to say like feet and all that. So like maybe go get grounded as well, feet on the earth. And are you able to walk? Sometimes if you got something that's tight, you can also walk it out because you get the chariot. But I feel like something psychically is going on over here, that's causing it actually. Are your psychic abilities trying to open it up? Are you meditating? I feel like it's trying to take you to a new place, and maybe um are you having a little are you having a little mind chaos over it? Because sometimes when we have stuff, like, it'll affect us, especially in the feet, if you pay attention, like, to a specific area. But look at the chart for the thing, the reflexology. Yes, like, especially, like, if your feet, like, I feel like the heel of your foot, that part is more connected to your legs and your feet, and that's really about being grounded. But maybe even go outside and do you meditate, Mildred? I feel like something's trying to maybe open up. Is like what's something. I feel like something psychically is trying to open because her third eye was very lit up right there. With I would go out and get grounded, meditate, and ask my guide, what, does this mean something specific? Hi, Ultra. Hi, Corinne. Hi, KCT. Corinne, we'll do a general for you, Corinne. Thank you because you're always so generous to the channel. Yeah, I would ask your guide Mildred because I feel like they're trying to open something up psychically, maybe more to you. Like I asked Celia before, like before I meditate, I'm like, is there something I need to know today? Is there something I'm not seeing about a situation? Like if I want to know a specific question, I ask and then I meditate. And then she's pretty good because I do it, pretty consistently that she's pretty, she normally keeps me well informed. So, Corinne, we are doing a general for you. Um, Corinne, are you balancing a lot? Because this is, you got the to be fair card. And with that, she's like, normally the scales of justice, but she's got 4 arms. So that's like she's holding a lot. Are you holding a lot up right now? Hi, Shirley. And then you get the heart of loyal heart. Corinne, I feel like this is this is saying this is what's like what you're holding on to is holding you back from this. You were very welcome, Mildred. Thank you for joining us today. Because Corinne, you got the loyal heart card, which is that inner knowing, because that's 2 owls there, and then the card under that's to go the distance. Hey, Corinne, you get the 8 of Swords, which is that mind chatter. The Knight of Wands, which is kind of freeing yourself. The 6 of Swords, which is moving into calmer waters. And then the Empress, with the Two of Swords on the bottom. My rocks are itching. I have to remove them. I don't know why they're bothering me. Corinne, do you have the thought sometimes? Do you have the thought sometimes that you're too busy to also have the love and all the relationship that you want? Because she's like, I want it. I can't have it. Like, is it because you like your freedom and you're afraid of moving into this more like of a mom? Corinne, how do you feel about losing your freedom and moving into that more of a wife, mother role, the Empress role? She's like the wife, the mother, the creator. How do you feel? How do you feel about that? Is that what's actually holding you back, causing that mind chatter? As soon as you release it, that is the work, and the sun is there. And then there's the Knight of Cups. Corinne, do you feel like it's possible for a woman to have it all, the work, career, and the husband, the family, and have the good balance with that? Or do you feel like it's a lot to balance? Because like she's got 4 dang arms. Is that also part of the thing that's holding you back? Like, but what about work? How much do you love your work? We feel like you're really good at your work and you're like on the top of your game at your work and like you're excelling, and that's going really, we feel like work's going well for you. But do you feel like, and how's that going to work if you have like a husband or the dating situation and kids? Like, Corinne, do you feel like your clock is ticking about like work, a husband, kids, all of that? Do you feel like that's the block right there? That's your expectation. Like, that is your expectation of it. You got to change your expectation. You know what? I would like my work to be able to find a way that I can make it work, and it be able to, for you to be able to have it all. Because no, don't think that women up to 50 have a kid. Don't think it. I had my kids in my 20s, don't, all of that's like working against you. Like, my clock's ticking. You know what? It's going to tick, tick, tick a little longer. Everything happens in the divine right time. Like, yeah, I mean, but if you're focused on my clock's like a ticking time bomb here, I got to get something going on. Everything in the divine right time. And you know what, Corinne, you may find somebody and marry somebody that already has 3 kids or something, Are you opposed to that? You never know what's in God's plan. I mean, you never know. Your plan always doesn't necessarily right align with, we always try to control. And it's funny because Dave's like, when I try to control is when I have the least amount of control. And that's like super true. Like, you have to, universe, when it's meant for me, let it happen. Right how you would like it to go. Like, yeah. But like women up to like 50 have it, and we feel like you're plenty young enough to be having kids still, Corinne. We feel like literally as soon as you work through this energy of, some of the things that are holding you back, like the emotional attachment, this you have this fear of how about this? What if it all works out? Dave has that now on his wall. What if it all works out? And that's like such a thing. What if it all works out? And Celia's still saying the dang coffee shop. She had me look right over at my cup. It's not coffee today, it's tea, but like, are you open to whatever wants to work out? Like, Corinne, she said that was some hardcore therapy we just did right there. Seriously, she said we got so deep right there. You know why? Because you're seeing your patterns quicker. So, like, look, we were able to just dissect that whole pattern, like, right there. Like, maybe I can work as a consultant and work, part-time, or work, from home, or work whatever works out best for me to be able to manage that. Jobs are really, for you to have a family. They feel like then you're more committed to them because you're supporting your family. So, so I feel like, you can get to a place to where work's like not as demanding as it is right now. Right now it's that busy because you want the distraction. Because you get what you want. And what you expect. But you have to expect it can all work out. You know what? I was married. I had two kids. Got 2 kids. My son swam all 4 years of college. I never missed a swim meet. I went to school when he was in high school. I went back to college. I never missed a swim meet. I worked 2 part-time jobs and I went to school full-time. You find a way to make it work. Everything works out as it should. Like, as it should. So you just have to have faith that it's all going to work out. And you know what? I bet your husband is going to help too. Amazingly. But like, write your story, Corinne. Where would you like to be in 5 years and 10 years? I would like to have my own consulting, whatever, from home and be able to work at my own leisure. How about that? Like, while I'm doing, whatever I want to do with the kids and the husband and the traveling and all the great things that are coming towards you. You just have to know that you can do all that. Celia's like, you just got to know you can make it all happen. Write your story down, right where you want to be. And that doesn't have to always be a forever story. Things can change. Like, I did a thing for my my daily schedule, but you know what? It started at 5 a.m. It went till 10 a.m. at night. You know what I told Dave? I don't want to work that long now. When I wrote that almost 10 years ago, yeah, that's what I wanted to do. But you know what? I don't want to work that much now. So now I like to go play with the grandbaby. So, Miss Shirley, how are you doing today? Okay, we will get guidance for you, Shirley. Well, you get the card of mending, and you get the card on the bottom of the deck of deep knowing. So you know something's a little off, but it may not be exactly what you think. It's not what you think. And Celia says the fact that you automatically go to that worst thought, it could be for something completely other than what you're thinking it is. going to get a couple tarot for you. But she's like, it's not always what you think it is. And we feel like this is something mending or working together or something of a positive nature. Maybe somebody's trying to mend something with you. You get the Queen of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the... What was the lie? And like, that's something being unspoken, and that's kind of something balanced. And then you get the Fool, the Nine of Swords, the Strength card, and you are so guarded. Shirley, what was the lie she told you? We're like, what was the lie? We feel like it's not something bad because you get the Queen of Pentacles here. That is a little odd. That is a little... Did you ask her? Did you ask? Did you say, I thought they had closed their business? You ask, have a boundary, try something new. Thank you, Corinne. Do you have another question? And you get the Nine of Swords, which is like, the wisdom you've gained. Standing your ground and speaking your truth. Don't be... Did you ask her? Like... Hand on your heart, Shirley. How did that situation make you feel? Like she was being underhanded. Oh, well, thank you, Corinne. We appreciate the donation, and we're always glad to help. Me and Dave were talking about we missed you. So we're glad that you're back in. And it's going to work out. And she said, go to the dang coffee shop already. If you don't meet him at the coffee shop, I'm just going to fall over because she's like so specific about the dang coffee shop. Shirley, do you feel like you do your job good? Do you feel like you keep your place good? Do you feel like that you treat your animals well? We already know the answer, but we want you to tell us. It wasn't an accident because you know what, Shirley? Your radar run off. Wasn't an accident. Everything happens as it should. If anything, it was like a test. Are you listening? Like, are you listening? then there's nothing to worry about. I want you to start saying that. Because as long as you're worried about somebody shutting you down, then you have to worry about somebody shutting you down. Like, we went in a crystal shop where I bought my celestite, and the lady had signs up all over the place saying about don't steal and this and that. And I'm like, law of attraction, you're just attracting people to steal. And she's like, oh, you're so right. And she went and took them down. And we're serious. Like, you get what you focus on. Focus on. I'm good at my job. I know my value. I know how I keep my place. I don't do anything wrong. So I'm doing what's best for, Gaia, being grounded, for the earth. I'm being connected. Got to change your focus, Shirley. New clarity. Got to focus somewhere else. See it differently. But no, nothing's going to happen to you. And it didn't happen by accident. Everything was for a reason. She's going to come back around. There's mending. She's going to come back and explain, but just give it time. But you got to be positive about who you are. Where's your confidence at? So he says, where's your confidence? We feel like you are. Oh, Shirley, you know what? You know what just happened recently? He can't take your place from you, Shirley. That's an empty threat on his part. Empty threat. Feels like he has no control over you, so try and the empty threat right there. We're going to get a Celia card for you because we haven't got any Celia cards. You get the card, your words are powerful. And your words create your reality. How's your self-talk? And you get the card of the spirals of life, which is learning the life's lessons and healing the cycles and patterns. You wanted to say something, you didn't, but you did. You sent the text. Mercury's not in retrograde. It was meant to happen. I mean, it's like you basically just called her out. Literally, all you did, you basically just called her out. I mean, you didn't mean to do it. It wasn't like it was intentional. But your higher self thought something needed to be said. And you know what? If something was going on, that just stopped it. If she's got bad energy, it lets her know that you're on to there's some bad energy there. And she'll just go away. So, bye. It's nothing bad. If anything, look up and say, thank you, my angels. It didn't go on accident. It got sent right when it was supposed to. Everything happens as it should. Honestly believe that. So, you know what? Then if she has something fishy going on, she didn't want to come back and explain. So she just saw that you saw that pattern of something not right. So say good riddance. That's not the kind of stuff I need at my place here. I run a good, reputable business. That's what I would say. I run a good, reputable business. Clearly, there's something fishy with you. Bye. But be confident. Say that. Start that little mantra walking around. I run a good, reputable business. And you do when I was having a little rough patch, I was like, I'm just a peace-loving granny. I just want everything to be nice and peaceful. I want my family to love each other. I want it to be peaceful. So that was just a really easy mantra. I'm a peace-loving granny. So say, I run a good, reputable business. That's something you believe. You just don't say it enough because you don't have the confidence. Like, put a sign up somewhere where only you can see it. Like Dave put a sign in his office that says, "What if it all works out?" And you know what? What if it all works out? But like, put that up. I run a good, reputable business somewhere where you can see it every day. And like, put that in your head. Like, I run a reputable business. Nobody's shutting me down because I'm doing everything the best I can do to take care of these animals. End of the story. So we hope that helps, Miss Shirley. So he was very animated with that. A lot of energy with that. I'm saying. Hi, Golden Fish. Okay, we are going to use my Celia cards. Because I had done Golden Fish, what was like a karmic reading, like what do you get? I don't know. Celia said to do this for you, where you get like 3 cards from your father's side and 3 cards from your mother's side of like karma that you have to work on. Like, we get so much generational and family karma, but once you heal it, like you heal it across all your generational lines, like both directions, like you heal it in your line. Like right now, that's what I just told my niece the other day. I'm like, I am working on healing the family karma. I'm doing my part every day I can do to heal it for my nieces, my nephews, my kids, my grandkids, my ancestors, for it all. I'm working on healing it because Dave and I are on like a fast forward healing mission lately. Like, so we are gonna yeah, so we're gonna see what wants to come out. She said we're just gonna pull 3 cards on each side and just we're gonna let you put the pieces together. They're just gonna be she said like puzzle pieces. How is your relationship with your father? Before I can go any further, how is your relationship with your father? Because that was like your father's side, and it was like the write it down card, and she's like, no, like. So, how is the relationship with your dad? Well, the first card you got was the card of personal karma, which is the karma you brought into this life and the karma you accumulate every day. And the spirals of life came out with that, which is learning life lessons and healing the cycles and patterns. Do you have other relationships in your life that are repeating that pattern that you have with your dad? Like, it looks like there's a new opportunity that happens, but then it doesn't. Well, it's because we're called the black sheep of the family because we're doing this like awakening thing. All of that, like that's a pattern that you can heal and you can help your generations, both sides with that. It's a part of a karma. Like, I'm realizing stuff with my mom that my mom had, and that different things. Like, but there's a new opportunity with this for it to be different. You can heal it. But I feel like we're going to get to that. So you have the opportunity, like now, like this is like something new, like now is a new opportunity. And then we're going to get you a couple more cards. Which those cards are call in spirit. In moments of clarity and confusion, sit in the power, call in spirit. Are you meditating? Because you get the card of water healing, which is spend some time in or near the water and drink plenty of water and ask your angels. Like, I feel like, are you meditating? Are you calling in your guides? Are you calling in, like Celia helps me with so much, like in the hot tub. I'm going to say it in the hot tub. Celia and I do like so much work. Like we do Akashic Records work. You got to start meditating. Like even just something general, like listening to music, doing some breath stuff, just like general like stuff. The bottom of the deck is the family karma. That's what you got to heal. How's your mom's relationship spiritually or religiously? Because on your mom's side we get the spirit card and the angel card. So I'm just like, is your mom very religious, spiritual? Oh, so she's got Pisces North Node. Oh. How do you feel about that? Because you get the water healing in between the call in spirit and the ask your angels. She's religious. She's religious and you're spiritual. Right? You got to do some healing with that and know everybody walks their own path. And a lot of times, if I'm going to have a difficult conversation, you know what I do? I say, I ask my ego to step aside and I ask Celia to have the conversation for me. Like if me and Dave are not getting along, I'll be like, I asked my ego to step aside. I asked Celia, can you have this conversation? And ask my higher self to do it. And then that's always coming from a place of love. And it always almost immediately resolves it. It's just freaking amazing, actually. So you have to find like, I know your mom was just doing the best she could do. Like, we feel like you got to heal that part of that for your mom's stuff. Like, do some healing with it. Like literally, like when me and Dave have literally a long time ago been on like the verge of divorce. Like, I was like, I can't do this, and like literally, I went inside. Did I go inside? I think I went inside, and when I was coming around the corner, I said, Celia, please have this conversation. I didn't even ask the ego that time. I was just like, Celia, please step in and have this conversation because it was just so hard for me. And you know what? She did. And within like 2 minutes, it was resolved. She just had Dave staying happy and gave him some chocolate. And it like was just so much my ego being so strong about it. So like, ask your angels to come in. Meditate and connect with your higher power source, God, whatever it is you believe in. Like the meditation, getting that connection is like going to take you to a brand new place with that energy with your mom. We're like, this is the easier one. We're going to tell you, this one's the easier one to heal by far. Like start meditating and you're going to find it so much easier to feel the difference of when it's your higher self or your ego. Like if it's put your hand on your heart, and if it doesn't feel like whatever's happening is like happy and love, ego, 100%. Ego edging God out. The ego is not about anything positive for you. It's about trying to keep you stuck where you're at. So, like patterns, cycles. We're overcoming that. So like you can totally like have a much freer relationship with your mom. When forgive her for she knows not what she does. Parents are just doing the best they can at that time. We're not perfect by any means. We just know what our parents taught us, which is normally really screwed up too, by the way. And we're all working, like the younger generation is like So, like, when we used to want things, I would want things as a kid, and you know what? I didn't get them as a kid. You know what? My kids got them. And you know what? Dave's had the same thing where he didn't get it, but his kids got it. But you know what? Now I can want something, and normally within a day or two, it's somehow in my experience because time is like speeding up. This healing stuff we're doing is speeding time up so different. Yes, and just have that openness about it. Everybody has their own path. We're all going to go to the same place, but we all have a gazillion paths to get there. There's no set path. Like, you have to just really try to be open minded about that and spend some time near the water about that. Maybe even some time with your mom near the water. But we feel like meditation and getting a new connection would like. There's a meditation called sitting. Oh, there's a meditation called sitting in the power. She's like, show you the card. But there's a specific meditation called sitting in the power. Like, listen, you can listen to that, and that is really to help you get connected to spirit. So now we're going to get cards on the other side. We're just having we're just having some fun today. Okay, so for the personal karma side over here with the pattern that's going on, you get the Ace of Wands. What would you like instead? Like, write down what you want. Write down what you want. Like, literally, that's what that's literally saying. What do you desire? Because you can write it down and then you have to take action towards that, like personal action towards that. Like, you have to make the choice on to see what's blocking you. Like in this card, like that bowl has an opening in it. This one doesn't. He's looking and seeing what's blocking. Having the awareness, personal, whatever annoys you or you don't like in somebody else, when you're pointing, look how many fingers are pointing at you, because that's a trait you have. It's like, so whatever is going on with this, a feeling of like detachment or not being emotionally available. When else have you had those cycles in your life? Who else has made you feel that way? Look at what the block is. Like, look at what the block is. Like, take some time to focus and pull your energy back and just like look at it from a really objective place. Okay, I've had this friend that was, emotionally unavailable. I dated this person and found out they were dating two other people. They're emotionally unavailable. You know, I felt my parents were emotionally unavailable. Like, have the pattern of it. Have the earliest time you remember that you felt like they were detached from you. Your grandparents say, like, write it down. Like, figure out the pattern. Then, how does it make me feel? How do I react when that happens? How would I like to feel? And how would I like to react? Because most of the time, you know what? If somebody doesn't like you, or that means they're just not on the vibration of you. Bye. They're just not in your vibration. And most of the time, when somebody's projecting energy at you, it's about them. It's not about you. If somebody's acting mad or whatever, who knows what's going on in their personal life besides you? Like, how would you like to feel? Like, that's the Sun and the Nine of Cups. That's how would you like to feel? And there's the Knight of Pentacles, which is saying that is the work. How would you like to feel on this pattern when it happens? You know what? We sometimes we have the illusion that this is my parent, they're supposed to be in my life forever. But you know what? If you're not on the same vibration as that person, they cannot be in your experience. Like if you're working on being happier and high vibration and being, doing the healing work. She's like doing the healing work, trying to free yourself from it to really find your own personal happiness. Yeah. Like work on how would you like to feel? If somebody isn't, we are energetic beings. It's like a magnet. If somebody is being repelled from you, it's just because they're nowhere near your vibration. They're not being attracted. You're I would also bet you do you overgive? How do you feel about reciprocity in a relationship? Because then when you feel like those people don't really like you, how do you behave? Do you in any way try to overgive, or do you just completely escape and withdraw? And then you're just holding that energy within your body because you're not letting it out. Okay. Anyway, anyone that would like a reading still, please just drop a comment so we know you're here. And then you focus on them not liking you. And then that takes you to that lower vibration of the worrying about the not liking you. Honestly, the best advice we could give you about that is not care what anybody else thinks about you. Like, no, like you just have to change the why you're doing it. And not think that person doesn't like me. That person's just in a different vibration. It's a reference point. They're just in a different vibration than me. And that's all you have to think. They're just not attracted to me because they're in a different vibration. It's nothing personal. They're just in a different vibration. How detached does that sound? They're just in a different vibration. When they are in the same vibration as me, then we will have our paths cross. Yeah. Yes, they're just in a different vibration. Like if you're really happy, the people that like the other day, Dave and I were walking around the block and we were holding hands and we were in a really good vibration. We passed one neighbor and like she come out and was just like excited and happy and just like overjoyed. And then we turned the corner and we're driving and there's another lady driving and she was oblivious to us even existing because we were in such a different vibration. She couldn't even see us and like have any awareness that we were even right there. Like just because she was in a different vibration, you could literally like I could see energy. So I could see she was in a different vibration, but the other lady was like in a high vibration. So she like came out and talked to us and was excited about, talking to us and seeing us. Hi neighbor, like is literally what she said. And happy Friday, I think it was. Like she was joyfully about it. And then the next lady just didn't even see us because her vibration was different. So just take it to that, and then it takes it out of a less personal feeling to you. They don't like me. They're just in a different vibration. You are very welcome. Thank you for joining us. And I don't know if Flawless is still here. I know we've been doing long messages today, so sometimes Celia just has a lot to say. So I think I got everyone. So I think it's been an hour, so I'm going to take a little break. Golden Fish, we hope that helps. Thank you, Dave, for moderating. And we will, I think we'll be back later to do another live. Thank you so much. Bye.